When I first started teaching, I thought my job was to teach the lesson. But after years in special education, I realized I had a completely different job. My first job wasn't teaching the lesson. My first job was helping my students stay with me long enough to receive it. It changed everything. We usually think learning begins when someone starts talking. The teacher begins the lesson. The parent gives instruction. The coach explains the rules. But the old guardian started long before anyone said a word. It noticed the room, the lighting, the sounds, the movement, the predictability, the uncertainty. Before the new kid ever had an opportunity to listen, the old guardian had already begun learning. And what was that learning? It was answering 3 questions. Am I safe? Do I belong? What happens next? Those aren't classroom questions. They're body questions. And until the body begins answering them, part of its attention is still devoted to orientation. I spent years teaching children with autism. People would ask, how do you get them to learn? That wasn't my first question. My first question was, how do I help this child stay with me? Because I had watched too many children disappear. Not physically, they were still sitting in the classroom, but you could feel them retreat. Their bodies had narrowed access. The lesson hadn't lost them, the environment had. So I stopped trying to control children. I started designing the conditions that helped their old guardians settle. And here's what surprised me. When the body settled, learning followed. Not because I became a better teacher overnight, because the old guardian no longer had to spend so many resources answering, am I safe? Do I belong? What happens next? Now those resources could become available for learning. So, the next time you're trying to teach someone, whether you're a parent, a teacher, a coach, or a leader, remember this: orientation comes before instruction. Before you ask someone to learn, help their old guardian answer 3 questions. Am I safe? Do I belong? What happens next? When those questions begin to settle, access begins to broaden. And when access broadens, learning becomes possible. Not because the lesson changed, because the learner did. The lesson begins long before the lesson begins. I'm Katie Wiseman, creator of State Literacy. I'll see you in the next conversation.